Well, we're here. Iona College. We're on the air right now in the afternoon. JD and JT. All right, guys. So it should be an interesting show.
Yeah.
The day before we start break. So let's get into it right away.
Technically, I already started break yesterday because
I did too, but we have our show.
We do.
Which is still important.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yesterday was Monday Night Football. We had
I didn't watch it.
Which really wasn't.
I didn't watch it.
It really wasn't a treat
It
to have two games on
It hurt
Monday
my eyes.
because the Jets just are terrible.
It hurt my eyes, really.
The Saints game was all right. I wanted them to win, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on with the Saints right now. They're losing it.
My pick is looking real good for the Super Bowl.
Pats, Cowboys.
Let's go Pats.
It could happen.
It could. I mean, name another. Who's real? The only top three teams in the NFC right now: Cardinals, Packers, and Cowboys.
That's fair. I don't know.
The Cowboys could easily beat the Packers.
You think?
Yes.
That would be a good game to watch. No, I don't know. It depends on where it's played. If it's played in Lambeau,
If Cowboys are playing on the road,
they are undefeated on the road.
Exactly.
But still, Lambeau's a different place.
I feel like
The way
they went into Seattle.
Yeah, but the
They've
way
only
that
lost
Aaron
2
Rodgers has been
games.
playing,
They've only lost 2 games in like the past 2 years.
yeah, but Seattle's different from the Packers because you know this. Aaron Rodgers is a way better quarterback than Russell Wilson.
Okay,
And he might torch that defense.
Okay, I feel like they could go on the road and beat them at Lambeau.
It would be a good game.
The Cardinals, I'm not even worried about. They beat us when we didn't have our guy Tony Romo. So I'm
Still,
saying us like I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm just a Tony Romo supporter.
I'd still say it would be a good game. Anyway,
And the AFC, they're doing it.
who's...
They're doing it.
Oh, my God.
They're doing it. What'd you say last week?
I said it might be a good game, but it turned out to not
You
be a
said
good
the
game.
Lions would win. First of all, you said
No,
this.
I didn't say they would win. That's not what I said.
If we beat the Packers, if we beat the Packers next week, are we not the best team in the NFL?
Yeah, then I'd give it to him.
I'll say it every week. But Vince Wilfork said it in the press conference. I remember after that Kansas City game, they said we were done. Now after we win 7 in a row now, everybody's we love you again. We don't have time for those people. We don't have time for those people.
I know. I think, yeah, if you beat the Packers next week, I'd give it to them. Then they're the best team in the NFL.
And
If you go into Lambeau and beat Aaron Rodgers, who's also undefeated at home and has not thrown an interception at home, I'll give you
the
to you.
Broncos almost lost again to the Dolphins, even though the Dolphins have a really good team this year.
Their defense is
Yeah.
like second ranked, I think. And their pass defense is really good. But then Peyton Manning turned it on and they lost anyway. But it was still an interesting game to watch. I'll tell you, it was a good game to watch. The Cleveland game in Atlanta. Josh Gordon back.
Yep. It showed like he wasn't slacking off. He really just was working out and
He was doing work. He put in work that game. 120 yards. I think 8 receptions, and he had a lot of targets. Like Brian Hoyer, every time he play actioned and he looked deep, it was always to Josh Gordon.
You think that's the best division in the NFL right now?
I used to think NFC West was.
I thought it was the NFC East at one point in time. Remember, because it would always come down to 4 teams that.
The only reason I say it's not the NFC East,
not anymore, because they're done.
yeah, because now the Redskins are terrible.
It usually fluctuates like each year. Before it was this guy. Usually it would be like. It used to be
awful.
Yeah, it used to be the NFC West, but now that's, I don't know. It's wishy-washy.
Wishy-washy, interesting word.
Thank you.
Choice.
But
You know, a team to look out for, and I know this sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy. Chicago. They're 5-6.
You
Gonna
think
play
they win?
Detroit
You
on
think
Thanksgiving Day.
You think they win 4 out of the 1 games to at least finish 10-6 to win the division?
If they could finish 10-6, I don't think they'll win the division, but they might make an interesting run at the wild card.
Wild card, really? We got the Cowboys. Even if they don't make it,
They still have the Eagles.
exactly. So the Eagles can win the division, but they can make the wild card.
That's why the Thursday, Thanksgiving, gonna be some
Exactly.
good
It
games.
could come down
Thanksgiving.
to the final game for the NFC East.
For the NFC North too, because the
Green
Lions
Bay
and
and
Packers
Lions.
that's the last game of the season they play each other.
But the what are the lines? 7-4,
Yeah,
And
and
the-
Green Bay's 8-3.
and so is
But if they lose,
Cowboys.
and then if there's a tie, that last game
I'm hoping the Patriots beat the Packers.
Oh, they will.
I don't know. I don't know if they will.
They definitely will.
I don't think so.
I mean,
It's gonna be a good game.
because know
I'm
what?
really interested to
they
see.
always switch it up. 1 week, one guy rushes for almost 200 yards. The next week, Tom Brady is slinging it again. Like they switch it up. LeGarrette Blunt comes back into the.
Shout out to my guy Jonas Gray. That's what happens in Belichick's.
I mean, shout out to him. He missed practice.
He was late.
He felt he was feeling too good about himself.
He said he
woke up
was late because his alarm didn't go off.
All right, we in high school now.
I know
We in
Belichick
high
doesn't play
school
those
now.
games.
We in high school now. We in high school now.
Belichick benched him, even after a 201-yard, 4
I
touchdown
know
game.
he wasn't benching Brady though.
I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Like Garrett Blunt's gonna be good for them again.
I mean, I honestly think they're gonna win. Come on, they've had 7 straight wins.
I read an article like a couple years back that said Peyton and Brady would never win a ring again.
Ooh, could you imagine?
I don't believe that.
That was about 3 or 4 years ago, and I thought that's all right. That's ridiculous. But then I saw it with the Giants again. Look at it. I'm gonna tell you what happened this
It's
year.
just so hard,
It
though.
looks so amazing. Ben Roethlisberger got eliminated in the first round against Tim Tebow.
That was great.
Peyton Manning was gone for the whole season. Matt Schaub didn't even make the playoffs. That point, Tom Brady was the best quarterback in the league, and I'm thinking, who's gonna stop us? We have to play Tim Tebow in the first round to get to the playoffs. We do.
To get to the championship game.
Exactly.
Then you beat the Ravens again.
Beat the Ravens on a miracle. I wouldn't say a miracle.
I can't believe he missed that.
He wasn't kicking with us in the wind. He missed it.
Billy Cundiff, who just won the game against Atlanta this weekend,
Exactly.
kicked, I think it was like a 53-yarder.
Exactly. And that
Who won
one,
the
the
game?
one he missed was like 30 yards. And then we get to the game. We get to the game. Wes
Who do
Welker,
you play again?
we play the Giants. First of all, now, let's bring it to the other side now. Giants weren't supposed to make the playoffs, but they did.
They got in.
They got in.
That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, get into the show.
And then they play the 49ers. And when I mean the 49ers is just beating Eli Manning up. It's terrible. He's
Eli
throwing
got
picks.
wrecked that game.
He's throwing picks on top of that. But, they want to turn over the ball. So it's overtime now. This guy
Kyle Williams.
drops the ball.
That was rough.
Drops the ball.
Hey, man, the Giants were destined to win that season, just like they were in 2007.
God has a funny sense of humor.
I don't know.
God
The
has a
fantasy-
funny
I
sense
felt
of
cheated.
the
when
football
the
gods,
Patriots lost.
It's just what they
So
do.
that's what. And then with the Broncos now, they lost pretty bad in the Super Bowl. So I don't know. I don't think Peyton Manning will ever win a ring again.
I want him to.
Yeah.
No,
But-
I-
But if Tom
I
Brady,
want Tom Brady to win
if
a
Tom
ring.
Brady wins his 4th ring, could you say he's the best player ever?
Best quarterback ever, yeah. Because
Who's
we'll
the
have the
best-
same amount as Joe Montana.
Who's the best player ever?
Best player or best quarterback?
Best player ever.
It's different. It's difficult to say best player.
I
Because
mean,
then you could even maybe argue Jerry Rice.
I guess. To me, the best player ever was Joe Montana. He was the Michael Jordan of football.
But
Then again, Terry Bradshaw has 4 rings, but that
yeah, if you want
those defense, Steelers defense.
Oh yeah, the steel curtain.
Exactly. But I think Joe Montana is probably the greatest ever.
Yeah.
But I mean, you
I
can
don't
say
know.
Barry Sanders, okay, but
Barry
he never
Sanders
won a
was
ring.
great,
But
but
you
he
can't
never
say
won a
rings
ring.
don't matter. But
Well, sometimes they don't.
exactly.
Like Dan Marino.
Jim Brown, maybe.
Dan Marino's still one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time,
I guess.
despite the fact that he didn't win a ring.
Like I said, if Tom Brady wins this ring, is he in the greatest player of all time?
I think he's right there.
I mean, honestly, I really think he is.
At this point, I think
that's
he
just-
is
that's
right.
just my
At
opinion.
this point, he's in my top 5 greatest player all time.
Yeah,
Top 5, definitely.
In my top 5 greatest players all time, I'm choosing Joe Montana, Barry Sanders, no specific order, Tom Brady. I got Peyton Manning
It's
at
just
6.
something about him. You could just kinda
Emmett
count
Smith
him,
at
you
number
know?
4.
Emmett Smith was really good.
And number 5,
I don't know.
I'd throw, it can fluctuate between 5 and 6, Brett Favre and Peyton Manning.
The only my only bugaboo about Brett Favre is that he won that ring so long ago. I don't know.
But it's how he won it, though.
Yeah.
His father was he died.
Was it that same year or was it the year after?
I believe it was the same year.
It was around that time.
Yeah.
That was that when he had that Monday night game against the Raiders.
Yep.
And he torched the Raiders.
Jesus Christ.
He had like 5 touchdown passes over 300 yards.
Yeah, but I threw some running backs in there. I threw Jim Brown. I threw Emmitt Smith. Barry Sanders.
You still can't forget guys like Walter Payton.
But those guys
Even
really
Earl Campbell.
Those guys really impacted the game, especially Emmitt Smith.
Well, yeah. Jim Brown did too.
They don't win those. They don't win. The Cowboys didn't win 3.
Deion
games.
Sanders, prime time? No,
He's top 10 greatest player of all time. So is Jerry Rice.
prime time.
But Tom Brady, if he wins this 4th ring, he moves up to number 2 all time because he has those 2 blemishes against the Giants.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Like I said, I felt cheated those two Super Bowls, man.
Check the gloves.
Nah.
There were glue on them.
It was
Glue. There were glue on those gloves.
Nah, bubble gum on the helmet. That's
Jesus.
it.
bro, that catch. He said, "Oh,
Oh.
Anyway,
I was just watching like it broke apart. Vince Wilfork has a hand on the man's jersey.
that was an amazing play. Amazing. I can't imagine. How
That's
you
one of the
feel.
few times I cried in sports.
You know,
I mean,
the other
I
touchdown-
cried in the shower. I couldn't do
It's
it.
hurtful.
I cried in the shower. I was like, "Mom, go take a shower," and I just cried. I wept. I wept.
The other touchdown that got me kind of frustrated was that sit down.
But
He-
Bill
he
Belichick,
sat
people's
down.
like, "Oh, he sat down." And Bill Belichick let him go.
I mean, you have to let him go. So you
He
can
let
have
him go,
time to-
so they have time. It's not like Brandon Jacobs was trying to stop him.
That's why he sat down, because like Eli, I guess when Eli handed it off, he was like, "Don't score."
Yeah.
That's what I heard. But then he like once he started running, I guess he realized and he kind of slowed
Yeah,
down.
he tried to slow down.
Anyway,
People like he sat down. No,
Nah,
get your
yeah,
football
but
right. Get your
he-
football
he-
right.
He went with it, and he was kind of glowing.
He wasn't gloating. He tried to stop, and that's how it just looked.
anyway, week 13. Have those Thanksgiving games. Those are always fun to watch.
I'm gonna be at work on Thanksgiving.
Oh, that
It's
sucks.
sad.
Yeah,
They have some really good games too.
I know. I really want to watch.
This
the
is like the
Cowboys.
one year they actually
Yes.
have good games. Every year it's like the Raiders are on there, or the Jets and Patriots that one year, the butt fumble. This year they actually have good games. Chicago at Detroit, Philadelphia at Dallas. Finally, we get to see that matchup. And Seattle at San Francisco for the first time again. So, gonna be some pretty good games. Maybe not Chicago
I'm
at
gonna be
Detroit.
watching it at work.
Just in the middle, just folding clothes and just.
I don't know. Wait. Where can I watch it? What app? I could.
I don't know.
I don't
watch
think
it
you
for
can watch it.
free.
Yeah, I don't think for
Like,
free.
you have to pay
I would have watched it, the Optimum app, but it doesn't work unless you're at home.
unless you're home or near your house,
Yeah,
like on the outside.
sucks.
Anyway, I just want to talk about a little MLB quickly because the Red Sox made some moves,
Oh my God,
and I'm a little worried as a Yankee fan because
we're not doing anything.
we're not doing anything.
We usually.
I mean, we
out there
spent a lot of
spending
money last season.
on what? All right, we got
Brian McCann and Jacoby Ellsbury,
Okay.
but I mean,
Our,
The Red
our
Sox-
infield
but they-
obviously needs some work.
but they are getting Hanley Ramirez, and Hanley Ramirez he's like 32, 31, and his defense is not that great.
And aren't they moving? They're moving him to center field. They said.
Is that what they said?
That's what they said.
Wow.
And what they're saying is they're trying to trade Cespedes
Why?
to get back
John Lester?
John Lester.
But he's a free agent, John Lester. So unless he signs with somebody and then they trade for him, they should keep Cespedes. That's a pretty good lineup.
That's what I'm saying. They have Cespedes, David Ortiz, Dustin Pedroia, Pablo Sandoval, and Hanley Ramirez, and that's 5. That's 5.
That's a pretty good lineup right there.
You know who I want to talk about? Gronkowski.
But
Probably.
football.
We were just talking about football.
I know, but I felt like I wanted to talk about him.
We didn't even name best catch.
Well, I mean,
We didn't even talk about Odell Beckham.
ODB.
I still think the Gronkowski catch was better.
Yeah.
No.
He caught it left-handed in traffic.
So Odell Beckham, he
But
caught
he
it.
didn't get hit. He didn't get
It
hit.
doesn't matter.
He didn't get
He caught
hit.
it with 3 fingers.
He didn't get
3
so
fingers.
you're telling me you're doing a fade route to the right. You turn your body, catch it left-handed. You got defender coming in, hits your arm, knocks you another way, and you still hold on to the ball.
I still like the Odell Beckham.
And they lost the game.
It doesn't matter.
They lost the game.
Bro,
Doesn't matter. Three fingers.
Even Brady came up to him and asked him. He was like,
Fingers.
"How did you do that?"
But back to baseball.
Anyway.
Shout out Giancarlo Stanton, making $69,000.
Stanton
Making $69,000.
But I was he's actually not making all that money at first.
When is he making
He
this?
starts making the big money after, if he opts back in
Yeah.
at the age of 30. That's when he starts making the 30 million a year.
How much is he making like from now?
From now, he's making like 7, then like 12, then like 15, something like that.
I'm staying in because of the money.
I mean,
I'm not walking away from $325 million. You're stupid if you walk away. You're stupid.
guaranteed.
You're guaranteed. This is not like football. If you walk away, no, I want to go take my talents to a better team.
Boom.
I mean, I understand you want to chase a ring, but I guess it's $325 million.
I mean, if it's for the sport, then he's not gonna take
I'm
it.
sorry, I couldn't do it. As much as I love the game, you telling me you guys can walk away from $325 million?
He's still gonna be making
He
money.
still
It's
make
not
a
like
lot
he's
of
not
money,
gonna make
though.
a lot of money.
$325 million worth?
Okay, but
He can probably find that somewhere else.
Okay.
You gonna tell me the Yankees, if he's a free agent at the age of 30, and he's still as good as he is right
At
now?
30, but he's not worth a 10-year contract or
No.
not even a 7-year.
I mean, the Yankees got burnt already once with A-Rod. So
Exactly, so they're not going to
again.
do it again. So I'm saying he's 25 now. This is prime time. 13 years from now, I mean, you just got to hope that your organization does something. Either that or is there a no trade clause?
I think
Because if
so.
they trade him, he still gets
But
that
they
money,
always
right?
waive that no trade clause at some point anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Because if he gets traded, he still gets the money anyway, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So
Or they pay part of it at least.
or they go to arbitration, right?
Yeah. All right. So that's enough talk of
Yeah.
sports. Today we're gonna do something a little different.
Switch it up.
We're not gonna talk sports
And
anymore.
the one
for
time
rest of the
City
show.
Island plug, we don't talk about sports.
Yeah, the one time.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna get into some other things. And today we're gonna start off J. Cole, "Lights Please." You know.
Album comes out 2 weeks from now.
Yeah. Forest
wait.
Hills Drive. Gonna be
Can't
good.
wait.
All right, so we'll be back, and we're gonna talk about a little interstellar travel.
I still haven't seen it. I really want.
Whoa, that was my segue, man. Don't talk about it. People don't know what's coming.
You
They're
gotta-
wondering.
You got to write that on the paper, man.
They're thinking about it.
I'm sorry.
They're
I haven't
really
seen that movie.
confused.
I'm about to buy it on
I wanna
bootleg
see it.
next time I'm on the train.
No, don't do that. Don't do it.
Next time I'm on
Anyway.
the
You
train.
gotta enjoy it. You gotta enjoy it in the theater, bro.
We'll be back.
All right.
Lights, please. J. Cole.
Yeah, I had this little bad thing, something like them tens. She gave a mad brain, something like the whiz. But you see the